Welcome to Every Disney Fairy, where we go over every Disney fairy. Today's fairy is Fawn from the books. Fawn is an animal talent fairy and is best friends with Beck. Her room is very cute with lots of animal-themed items. Fawn is not named in the Realm of Never Fairies book, however, she is pictured several times, including the Animal Talent Fairy main page. In this book, her overall design is the same, however, her outfit is actually purple, and this shows up later again in the Pixie Hollow Tales series. In the Pixie Hollow Tales series, Fawn's main title book is Fawn and the Mysterious Trickster. After listening to ghost stories, Fawn and Beck start to prank each other. Beck jiggles a knob, Fawn pretends to be Beck and scares her through a mirror, normal pranks. Beck claims she gives up, but Fawn knows she hasn't seen the last of her pranks. While visiting the dairy mice that night, Fawn is pranked by Beck, pretending to be a clawed monster, and this time Fira has joined in. Fawn is a good sport as always, and applauds their prank, but she's still gonna get them back. They go back and forth with more pranks, but when Beck confronts Fawn about everything in her room being turned upside down, Fawn didn't do this prank. They decide they have to figure out who did it. Everyone is a suspect. Beck doesn't think it's Rosetta, as she doesn't like to get her hair messed up. Fawn thinks it could be Tinkerbell, as she's not one to shy away from mischief. Or maybe it was Fira, pranking Beck to make things fair for how they pranked Fawn. They make a list including Terrence, Tara, and Finn, but they're no closer to finding the culprit. After hearing wind through the trees, Fawn decides that maybe it's a ghost, and the home tree is haunted. The next morning when Fawn wakes up, her entire room is covered in green goo. Beck rushes in to say her room has also been slimed, and Fawn drags a reluctant Beck to follow after the trail of slime. They follow it to a jar in the pantry of the kitchen, and Fawn scoops and eats some. Beck is horrified until she reads the label and sees it's kiwi fruit jam. Beck decides that rules out anything unnatural, but Fawn isn't so sure. They clean up the slime and decide to have a sleepover. They set some traps and fall asleep, but they're woken up by a strange noise. Fawn wants to investigate, but Beck wants no part of that, to which Fawn asks, "Are you a fairy or a mouse?" To which Beck replies, "I've known many brave mice. Remember Whiskers?" So Fawn says, "Pretend you're Whiskers then." Fawn gets caught in her own trap, but she's just glad to know that it works. And they find the source of the noise, a hummingbird named Twitter. Fawn and Beck go back to sleep, and Fawn wakes up with Dulcie standing over her. Someone put Fawn on a kitchen table and covered her with a tablecloth. She scares the crap out of poor Dulcie, and explains the prank situation to her. And when telling Beck, she's not shocked, as Fawn is apparently a very sound sleeper, having to constantly be woken up by Beck for midnight visitations for the bats. They spend the day making more traps, and they plan to stay awake all night this time. They hide and they wait. Fawn falls asleep and she's woken up by the trap. Turns out the mysterious prankster is Fawn. She's sleep flying, so that she stops pranking people in her sleep. She decides to set a booby trap in both her door and her window every night, but she's still down to prank during the day, and she ends the book with one last prank on Beck.